Good day, I'm Brian McKaig, and this is ABZToday. 30% of women surveyed said their favorite one of these is about 10 years old. The answer at the end of this newscast. And now, here's what's making news. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are saying au revoir to Chateau Miraval, their estate in the south of France. Sources say the couple is preparing to let go of the 1,200-acre property that includes a 35-room home, multiple vineyards, olive groves, a recording studio, lush gardens, and even a moat. The couple purchased the estate in 2008 for $60 million, and that's also where they held their secret wedding ceremony back in 2014. Now, the vineyards there produce an award-winning rosé that's a bestseller each season. The bottles of rosé currently say Jolie Pitt on the label, but next season's batch will have a new label without their names on it. In fact, you can tell a lot just by looking at that label, and you can tell that it's been a tough year by looking at that new label. It's called Bitter Tears. And there's a rumor that Brad's come out with his own Merlot, labeled as, "Thank Jesus, she only took half." I wonder if it's true. And I wonder if it's true that they used to force their kids to stomp the grapes. Nah, that's probably just a rumor too. You know, I'd consider buying the place from them. If only I wasn't so gosh darn fond of the place I have now. Well, that, and not having an extra $150 million sitting around, which is probably what they'll ask for it. You know, all those starving musicians, and these two have a recording studio that they don't even need. Oh, sorry, had. New research finds that women will form a personal opinion about men based on how much hair he has on his face. Investigators from the University of Queensland in Australia asked 8,520 women to view computerized manipulated images of men who displayed various stages of facial hair: clean-shaven, light stubble, heavy stubble, and full beards, with additional differences, of course, in brow ridge, cheekbones, and jawline. The women were asked to rate the attractiveness of these men. Here's a highlight of the results, which were published in the Journal of Evolutionary Biology. Stubble, apparently, was judged as the most attractive overall and received the highest marks for a short-term relationship. A full beard, however, was more attractive in terms of a committed partner, as a signal of intrasexual formidability and the potential to provide direct benefits to females, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. Extremely masculine men and extremely feminine men were deemed to be the least attractive. So I guess anything between Cro-Magnon and Johnny Weir is okay and sexy. But sure, go ahead and assume women are this simple and uncomplicated. Let me know how that works out for you. And base your study on computerized, manipulated images, because that's so realistic. You know, I wonder, does it matter to women if the guy with the perfect stubble is a jerk to them? Maybe Donald Trump should skip shaving for a week. And just when you thought life was starting to get normal, police in Portland, Maine were called to the downtown area on Monday afternoon for the report of a man dressed as a tree standing in the street. Asher Woodworth, or so he says, was charged with obstructing traffic. Police removed the tree outfit and gave it to Public Works to take care of. Removed his tree outfit, eh? So he was stripped down to his trunks, eh? Every family tree, I suppose, has an odd branch. Why'd he do it? Police are stumped. Why didn't the sap just run? The police said, "Sir, you have to leave." And the guy said, "Oh, thank God, I'm bushed." I wonder if he's from out of state or if he has roots in the city. Maybe he just wanted to spruce up the place a little. What he did, though, was not very popular with the motorists. Some people can't help but make an ass of themselves, can they? Oh man, once he gets into jail, he's going to be pining for his freedom. Critics are calling it a brilliant depiction of the encroachment of man on nature. Either that or he's just plain crazy. I'm just curious. How many times did he get peed on by dogs? I hope no one tried to carve their initials into him. Speaking of which, when I see lovers' initials carved into a tree, it doesn't strike me as sexy or romantic. I'm just always amazed by how many people take a knife on a date. A McDonald's restaurant in Hull, England, closed for remodeling, as is part of the McDonald's strategy right now, to remodel, reopen, and re-establish dominance. That's normal. What's not normal is that it appears this particular outlet's closing has had an adverse and somewhat unexpected effect on the city's population of crows. The crows are turning violent because they're not able to get their McDonald's fix. Locals claim the lack of scrap food is making the blackbirds more aggressive. And they're beginning to turn on each other, as well as turning on other birds, like pigeons, for food. The owner of one nearby business said, "We came into work one morning to find a pigeon all mangled and being pecked at by two crows. They were both standing over it, and we obviously scared them away. Something should be done about it." I just always hear them like that. You could open a KFC. Well, I'd say open an Arby's, but why piss off the crows any further? It's like Hitchcock's The Birds with McDonald's product placement, isn't it? On the bright side, the McDonald's eating crows are probably too fat to fly very fast after the pigeons. Folks will be raving when the McDonald's reopens. 30% of women surveyed said their favorite one of these is about 10 years old. It is a bra. If you were right, congrats. Hey, you may have noticed the change in our format. The news now consists of 4 stories. Because any more than that, and we need an elevator. If you're enjoying these YouNews broadcasts, be sure to comment, like, +1, and hit that subscribe button for more. And check out ABZToday one-offs and vlogs. YouNews and one-offs and vlogs, oh my. YouNews and one-offs and vlogs, oh my. And remember, the orange juice tastes bad after you've brushed your teeth because the toothpaste blocks the sweetness receptors on your tongue. Not because your roommate peed in the cup when you weren't looking like you thought. I'm Brian McKaig, this is ABZ Today, and that's what's making news.